Good morning, Cleveland. I'm Shay Appleyard, the Senior Class Publicity Representative.
And I'm Owen King, the Senior Class President.
Before we begin, we would like to acknowledge our 2024 Rose Festival Princess, Zora Forsberg, who represented Cleveland with both enthusiasm and grace. We thank you, Zora.
Each spring since 1930, every Portland high school has chosen a candidate to represent their school in that year's Rose Festival festivities. We are here this morning to listen to 4 outstanding candidates who are vying to represent Cleveland as our 2025 Rose Festival Princess. It is up to all of us today to vote for the one candidate we feel is not only the most prepared to represent Cleveland in this year's festivities, but is also the most qualified to receive the 2025 Rose Festival Scholarship valued at $3,500. The theme of this year's Rose Festival is All Together Now.
Now, please join us in welcoming Cleveland High School's Rose Festival Court. Please welcome our first candidate, Celia Roll, who is escorted by junior Quinn Goode. Celia is a junior and is the daughter of Maureen and Clayton Roll. She has one sibling, Max, who attends Hosford Middle School. She's a full IB diploma candidate and is in the Managing Immersion program. She's currently in Cleveland's Advanced Leadership class and IB Art. Celia is on the school's cross-country, swimming, and track team. She was a member of the CHS Constitution team her sophomore year, which she states has led to many long-lasting friendships. Outside of school, Celia enjoys drawing and painting. For the last 2 summers, she has worked as a camp counselor at a summer camp and really enjoys working with kids. Her favorite place in Portland is the Cleveland Track, and her favorite Rose Festival event is the Bloom Tour, which is a walk-in event which showcases unique art throughout downtown Portland. After graduation, Celia plans to attend a 4-year university, majoring in something that helps people. Please welcome Celia Roll.
Please welcome our second candidate, Sabrina Johnson, who is escorted by junior Declan Mitchell. She was born in Austin, Texas, and has 4 siblings. She is a full IB diploma candidate and is student body vice president. Sabrina is a 3-year member of the CHS cheer team and is in advanced leadership class. She is an active member of her church's youth group, and through this, she has contributed to numerous volunteer opportunities within the community. Sabrina's favorite place in Portland is Selwood Riverfront Park. She states this place holds a special place in her heart, and she enjoys spending her summers there with friends and family. Her favorite Rose Festival event is the Grand Floral Parade. After graduation, Sabrina plans to attend college, preferably in California, and pursue a degree in either psychology or environmental justice. She would like to eventually earn her master's degree and be a therapist or a lawyer. Please welcome Sabrina Johnson.
Please welcome our third candidate, Alara Becklian, who is escorted by her mother, Jenny Clayton. Alara is a senior and the daughter of Jenny and Tanner Becklian. She has 2 siblings. She is the Student Body Club Commissioner and a member of the National Honor Society. Alara is in the CHS Advanced Leadership class and is an everybody and student mentor. She is a member of the Portland Youth Climate Strike and volunteers at the Oregon Food Bank. She works at Oaks Park and loves to make jewelry, arts and crafts, and going roller skating on the weekends. Alara's favorite place in Portland is the Rose and Japanese Gardens. Her favorite Rose Festival event is the Grand Floral Parade. After graduation, Alara will be attending the University of Oregon, majoring in product design with a minor in business. She would like to one day start her own business to create products and goods that help ease the issue of climate change. Please welcome Alara Becklian.
Please welcome our last candidate, Jenny Pham, who is escorted by her sister, Nina Trong, who is a first-year student at OSU. Jenny is a senior and the daughter of Thuyen Vu and Tan Pham. She has 1 sibling. She completed Cleveland's 3-year Culinary Arts CTE track and is in the Student Store Management class. Jenny enjoys baking treats to share with family, and friends. She also enjoys making friendship bracelets and visiting the many fantastic food trucks and restaurants in Portland. She also has a part-time job. Her favorite place in Portland is Tom McCall Waterfront Park during the spring when the Japanese cherry blossoms are showing. She enjoys sitting along the river and people watching. Her favorite Rose Festival event is City Fair. After graduation, Jenny will be attending the University of Portland or Oregon State University to major in biology. One day she wants to be a registered nurse or a nurse practitioner working with pediatric patients. Please welcome Jenny Pham.
As we listen to our candidates' speeches today, please keep in mind, our court member will represent not only Cleveland High School, but also the entire Portland community. The Rose Festival Association will select its queen based on the following criteria, which should be kept in mind when everyone casts their ballot. 50% character, 25% communication skills, and 25% speech presentation. Character includes citizenship, school activities, and community involvement. Communication refers to the content and presentation of their speech. Presentation reflects each candidate's composure while giving their speech.
This spring's Rose Festival theme is All Together Now. During the Rose Festival selection process, our candidates were asked to compose a speech based on this statement: how do you define community? Our candidates' speeches today will reflect their responses to this question. Now please join us in greeting our first candidate, Celia Roll.
Communities are where we belong, where we spread love and feel that love reciprocated. I feel love for my passions, hobbies, interests, and for the people I've formed connections with. I love to run. I pour my time and energy into running. Getting to feel that crisp, cool air on my skin as I walk out the door, that instantly lights me up and puts a smile on my face. Every day after school, I get to talk and crack jokes with my friends as we walk to the track together. The love I feel for running and my running community means the world to me. Every day on my way to school, I wait for my friend to get on the bus. Her soft, long hair then rests on my shoulders as we ride the bus to school together. Sometimes we talk, and other times we choose to simply soak in the presence of each other. Love bonds us. She is my community. Before I get on the bus, my mom makes me breakfast, a bagel with cream cheese. Every single morning she does this. Her kind, thoughtful gesture is evidence of the love we share. This gesture means everything to me. I am a part of many communities, and in every single one of these communities, we lift each other up. It's the greatest gift I could have ever asked for. I run, swim, volunteer, work hard in school, and push myself to try new things, all because of the love and support that surrounds me. My goal in life is to be as wonderful as the people that I love, to make others feel seen, heard, and understood, because that's how my community makes me feel. We as humans were built to love each other. Our hands were designed to interlock. We were built to hug, cry, laugh, speak, think, and exist together. Love is the foundation of communities, and love is what makes us human. Thank you.
Thank you, Celia. Now, please welcome our second candidate, Sabrina Johnson.
The first night in our new home,
an elderly man with a rainbow-colored pinwheel hat knocked on our front door and introduced himself as our neighbor Albert. In his hands, he carried a gift basket filled with dog treats, truffles, coloring books, crayons, sparkling cider, wine, and toilet paper. He explained that he remembered what it was like moving into his home across the street, and that these were all necessities to a perfect first night in our new home. After moving across the country from Austin, Texas, 13-year-old me deeply appreciated and needed that generous and warm-hearted welcome. That was my first sense of what my community in Portland would come to be. And although I often think back to my first experiences here as scary, that first encounter with Albert was anything but, as I felt that he had recognized that my family was in need of some friendship, kindness, and of course, toilet paper. A few days later, and yet another knock came from our front door. This time, a middle-aged woman with a big, bright smile introduced herself as our neighbor Jane. She explained that she'd heard we had a new puppy, and comically, she also had a new puppy. And she wondered if we would like to set up puppy playdates. Through those puppy playdates, my mom and Jane became fast friends, and Jane became a bridge to something even bigger, our connection to her church. Now, 3 years later, and my church has become a huge part of my community and has opened up a multitude of opportunities for me, such as a community service trip with my youth group to Yakima Reservation in Washington, or another trip we took to Skagway, Alaska, where we set up a summer camp for the isolated community there. More than that, my church has become a safe, supportive, positive place where I can grow in my faith, explore my identity, and form genuine, long-lasting friendships based in love, trust, and fellowship. After leaving behind my whole life in Texas, I was angry and anxious at the thought of starting all over again. But the people I've found here have made Portland my home and have shown me what it is to be a community and what it feels like to be a part of something as remarkable and magical as that. In my community, I can be my unapologetic self. It is a place where I can find unyielding empowerment, support, love, and honesty. My community is made up of not just family and friends, but strangers too. Because as I see it, community is connection through random interaction, where we respect, collaborate, and welcome one another, to build a sense of belonging, to share our experiences, and to comfort one another through both good and challenging times. In my community, diversity is celebrated, and everyone has the opportunity to contribute, learn, and grow together. My community has shown me that no matter where we come from, or how alone we feel at first, we are never truly alone. We are all a part of something beautiful and meaningful. Thank you.
Now please welcome our next candidate, Alara Beckley.
When people think of a community, they often imagine a family-oriented neighborhood, a group of people working together for a greater cause, or a specific area where everyone is on the same page to move forward. However, a community is more than everyone agreeing with each other, and it's not only composed of people who have known one another their whole lives. Instead, a community is having the freedom to state one's opinion without threat. It's the beauty of being surrounded by unfamiliar people who are strangers with a purpose, and the act of little gestures that go a long way without even realizing. Since the outbreak of COVID, it felt as if the world had frozen in time. It was as if we were living on another planet, trying to navigate life through times of hardship and keeping up the belief that hope would be the one factor to save us all. This time of uncertainties and doubt was a prequel to test the strengths of humanity as we were constantly being brought down in order to feel uplifted. But that was then, and this is now. Now more challenges have arisen that have conflicted with our lives we slowly began to think were normal. However, the best part that we forget to acknowledge is that we are slowly discovering who we are more and more each day. Not only that, but we as a community are being brought closer together in order to use our strengths collectively for a greater outcome. No matter the differences we all hold amongst unfamiliar individuals, they are what make us who we are and what give us the initiative to move forward, uniting us all through times of division. Sharing a community with people who appear to be strangers is the one gift we are all granted, as we therefore allow ourselves to learn, grow, and test our own personal biases within the world. At the end of the day, where you come from, what your background is, and how it has shaped your beliefs are not what determines significance. Instead, what matters is how you choose to go on about each day and how you will allow your best attributes to affect the well-beings of others without an ultimatum. Coretta Scott King, the wife of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., once said, "The greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members." Upholding this statement during this time of uncertainties and doubt, we must work with compassion to uplift each other for our community to thrive. If we respect each other's differences and allow ourselves to nourish them, we will become more unified and will accomplish a greater outcome of our desires, living in a community of support and respect for one another. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Now please welcome our fourth and final candidate, Jenny Pham.
Working as a barista, I honestly thought that my job was just about making drinks. But over time, I realized it was more than that. It was the faces and the interactions that I would have with every single customer that came in. I remember the time when a family came in, approached the counter, and noticed the worry in their eyes and how tense their body was. As the mother spoke up, struggling through her English, I had recognized the familiar accent to my mother language. Instantly, I spoke to her in Vietnamese. The sight of their eyes widening in disbelief and the smile that crept in their face is something that I will never forget. This is true community, the unexpected moment of belonging, the relief that washes over someone's face, knowing that they don't have to struggle today, that they can simply be understood without effort and without the fear of embarrassment. True community is not built by proximity, but by purpose. It is built through the acts of compassion, moments of understanding, and a shared desire to uplift one another. It is the decision that we make every single day in our lives to see them, to make room for them, and to contribute something larger than ourselves. In a world that often feels so divided, community reminds us that we are stronger together, that the fear of not being understood can vanish and be replaced with the simple joys of recognition. I like to say that our homes are built through our hearts, and in that home, there's always room for more. So, when you ask me what community is, I'd say that it's us, right here, in this very moment, sharing, learning, and growing together. Thank you.
To thank our 2024 Rose Festival Princess, Zora Forsberg, for representing Cleveland during the last year.
It is also important to thank a number of people who devoted their time to this assembly. Some of our student volunteers include Wellesley Kelly, Gwen von Ostrom, Juniper Cahoon, Maddie McIntyre, Ava Hosek, and Isabel Kerbach. And thank you again to our escorts, Quinn Dodge, Declan Mitchum, Jenny Christian, and Lena Trump.
Please congratulate all of our finalists one last time. And you are all invited next Thursday, March 20th at 2:30 p.m. in the auditorium when the Rose Festival Association will announce Cleveland's 2025 princess. Those who would like to attend, please arrive by 2:20 p.m.
Students, your vote counts. So please remember to cast your ballot for the candidate who best represents Cleveland in these 3 areas: character, communication, and presentation. Students can find a video of the candidates' speeches as well as the link to vote in their PPS email accounts starting at lunch.
Thank you all for your participation in this time-honored Portland tradition. The families of our finalists are invited to the tea in the library. Kindly exit via the rear doors of the auditorium. Students may now use this QR code to vote. Voting will remain open until tomorrow, Friday, March 14th.